Hi, I'm Carl Stugner.
And I'm Cynthia James. People in intimate relationships often wonder if they can keep the sexual connection. Is it inevitable that it'll diminish? And I'm wondering what you think about that in terms of keeping the bond going.
Well, I see that it's only inevitable if we choose to close down. And we really have the opportunity, I believe, to open ourselves up and look at how we can keep things fresh in a relationship. Because it's so easy as a culture to get into this routine, and then it starts to become predictable. And that's when I believe things start to become stale. So we have the opportunity to constantly look and see how to keep things fresh, how to be more open. I have this story of when I was doing this wonderful still photography shoot with this couple called Ron and Margot. And I was documenting the beauty and the intimacy of their love. And I was taking pictures of them and getting interviews with them on how they keep things fresh, how they keep their love alive and awake. And I got to witness them telling this story and being so true and vulnerable with each other. And the story they told was that after 25 years of a very traditional marriage, raising children, and they were by themselves, and they realized that everything had become flat, everything had become predictable. So they decided, they made a conscious choice to do things differently. And they started doing this routine every single day and it started with 5 to 10 minutes a day of just laying with each other in bed and looking at each other. And then it grew into listening to each other's needs. And they would trade off and be able to give to each other their needs, giving and receiving, and it could be different every single day. And they still continue to do that for many, many years after. They made it a devoted ritual. And this really helped them to keep things awake, to really listen to what the other needed, because needs change all the time. And they served as deep role models for me to model that.
It's really interesting, this whole question, because sexuality for women has an emotion based. I mean, we can be physically attracted, but longevity in that and keeping that spark alive is really about being connected emotionally, feeling heard and seen and safe. And so in my own life, that's really been about how do I move away from those old experiences and heal those places so that I can really remember the person that I married, respect your evolution, and stay within myself asking for what I need that will keep that spark alive because I'm evolving as a person mentally, emotionally, physically, sexually.
Yes. And I continue to learn how it's quite common that traditionally the feminine or the woman is needing to feel safe. It's one of the key things that is a core need. And for men, I see one of the core needs is that we feel heard, that we feel respected and listened to. So as long as I'm able to stay awake to that and to honor that and to understand that even when it feels like there might be ripples, then I can be more present with you and really listen and cultivate a greater freshness.
So I really feel that there's a divine spark within each of us. We all want to be loved and to feel connected and supported. And sexuality is an outpicturing of that. And so in every single moment, you can choose to keep the spark within yourself alive and then have it mirrored to you through a partner. Connect with us at yourtango.com/experts/Cynthia James.
Visit us online at bridgingthegendergap.net.